keyboard sound in that room. I can definitely hear the drums. The soundtrack's probably about over if there, if you want to restart it.
You can cut that shit whenever you want.
Hey, what's going on? Don't break your camera now.
Hi, this is Roland, and I'm on the scene. Hi, my name is Roland Khorshidianzadeh, and I'm on the scene at the Metcalf haunt, and with me today is Ash Adam.
Hello.
What can you tell us about the Metcalf haunt?
This project started as sort of an idea to promote the band, which is the Stone Gentlemen, Evan, who owns the house, and then Johnny and Pumpkinseed, or Craig. They're all part of the band, and I was trying to come up with cool ideas to do like guerrilla promotion.
Mm-hmm.
And so it started as sort of doing like a haunted show, and it sort of evolved into this entire other project.
What was your inspiration for putting together the Metcalf haunt?
I love Halloween. October is my favorite month.
Mm-hmm.
I always go big on Halloween. It's usually like a month-long celebration. So I also have always had this idea that I would love to have a year-long haunted house open, like for the entire year. You can go whenever you want.
That's a brilliant idea, and I'm surprised people don't take advantage of that. I mean, we celebrate Christmas 3 months in advance, apparently. October, it's like, once you have that month, it's done, and that's not fair. You should have it 12 months a year, as far as I'm concerned.
I agree entirely. Yeah.
I mean, why should anyone have to have an excuse to dress up how they want to dress up?
You're absolutely right. And the horror genre is something that I sort of lived through the entire year. I watch more horror movies than any other movie. I'm just kind of a creepy person, so.
Okay. What's your favorite horror movie?
Depends on the mood. Most recently, The Babadook was really, really creepy. Lighting, noise, acting, all really, really good. It Follows, too, was awesome. It's about an ST demon. It was really interesting.
Why don't we talk about all the effort that you put into actually creating this Metcalf haunt? I mean, I've looked around and it is intense.
Yeah, it is. It started off as a script, and the script just kept developing, and so the end product is probably about a third of what we had actually written out. Ev and I have both just been sort of foraging for materials. We wanted to do as low budget and as effective as possible. So it has been a lot of work, a lot of manpower, a lot of decorating, tons of fun. It's been my favorite project to date.
Okay, that's great. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a tour.
So this is the second scene of the Metcalf haunt. To your right, you will see the staircase. It's a little bit dark, but that's where everybody will be let down. The door will slam, and that's when the action actually starts. We're using a lot of blacklight and glow-in-the-dark material just because it looks really cool. We also tried to focus on texture and sound, as well as highlighting the way that the light plays off of the characters and the decorations.
So this is the second portion of the set. The audience is kind of led into here, and we're sort of doing a black mass, so to speak. A lot of interactive audience stuff going on, artwork. We have places to use neon chalk, neon paint behind you. We do plan on having a small little bar set up over there, maybe pass out some drinks and whatnot. And this is where the first live music set's going to take place. We do a lot of different stuff with lighting and just really mess with people's heads as much as we can.
More bloopers. It's half of why I do this.
Last night I was wearing this sort of spiked mask, and it was like this place was trying to keep me in this room. I could not leave. Kept getting stuck.
We're going to have there's a character that's an angel that's sort of captured, tormented, and when the audience gets in here, the angels scribbling stuff on the chalkboard. And we want to make it, again, interactive, where we get the audience maybe to draw artwork or confess a sin, just be weird. And at the same time, just immerse them in lighting and sound and just bizarre imagery.
I think that my favorite part about this project is the organic sort of flow that we have going on. When we do it on Halloween and we actually have audience members, they're going to be encouraged, like Evan was saying, to be interactive. And I really, in the very beginning, when I saw this all coming together, I really just wanted it to be a piece of moving art. So all of the people, all of the players that are involved, and also the audience members, they're going to be part of the show as well. So this is the doll room. I had a big box of porcelain dolls that I used to collect when I was a kid, sort of come back into my life. I thought it was gone forever. And then Ev, upon cleaning the house, which is incredibly old, found his own box of porcelain dolls. And we had this idea of sort of creating like groupies, since there is a live performance in the next room. And so we set it up to where they sort of move, and it's kind of disorienting. Also, porcelain dolls are just creepy. This is probably my favorite room. We've actually considered leaving it this way permanently. And of course, there's the crucified horror.
Wow, that was a great tour. Now I'm back on scene with Evan Aquaviva. What can you tell us about your role in the Metcalf haunt?
I'm not really sure. I'm just trying to pick pieces from everywhere and fill in anything where I see a gap. Just been enjoying being completely out of my mind, creative with everything. Just kind of organic, and whatever missing piece I see or something I can add, I've just been kind of throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, you just completely let loose.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
It's been a hell of a lot of fun. This is pretty much my favorite project I've ever worked on. It's amazing the amount of like people that we've brought together, and like everyone has their touch on it. Like Ash and I started, with a framework to it with really no actual direction, and everyone who's been involved has added their own spin, and it's taken all these unforeseen twists and turns and nosedives and made it what it was.
Okay, that's great.
We're the Stone Gentlemen. We're from Providence, Rhode Island. We like to hang out. We like to have a good time, and we're getting ready for a Halloween show right now. It's pretty cool. If you guys want to know about it, you guys should look us up. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and it's gonna be a good time. Oh yeah.
My role here, just basically a couple things behind the scenes, and playing a police officer towards the this beautiful setup right here with the dolls, and that's about it. But you have to wait to find out what happens to the cop. I didn't even know what to say. That's why I said. That's why I just said whatever came to mind.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be playing a fallen angel in basement. Kind of, I kept as a slave / pet, I suppose. And then I come upstairs and I play a creepy little girl type character with a mask. Which is fucking scary.
So Roland, what can you tell us about your play and your role within this exciting event that we have going on here?
I am the Dennison, and I'm going to use the most demonic voice possible. You'll see later on when I'm in character.
each of you is doomed, you fools. Repent and ask your God for forgiveness. Confess your sins. But do not play. Death's little idea of fun will forever incarcerate your infernal souls. Receive. Travel no further.
Hey, what was that you're saying about everyone using acronyms?
We're gonna eventually have a language, a universal language of acronyms and three-letter like combinations
3 to
to
5.
communicate. Like OMG, LMFAO.
Duh.
That's just gonna be like how we speak to each other.
And that's all we'll say.
In the future, they're not gonna have words.
Got
It's
it.
gonna be like, how are you gonna shorten your sentences? That's the best way to do it. You know, faster, better, stronger, weaker actually, but faster.
And I'm back on the scene now with Johnny Metcalf of the Stone Gentlemen. Interesting name for a band.
Thank you. You wanna know why we named our band that?
Probably not.
Okay.
But what can you tell us about the band in general?
We're 3 best friends. We've been playing music together since probably like 2009, 2010, something like that. We've had a couple other bands, but this is our most current project. We started back on April 20th, on 420, conveniently, with the Stone Gentlemen. And, you know, we have a lot of fun. Try to make everyone enjoy their time with us.
And what's it been like working with Ash and Evan on the Metcalf Hunt?
Fantastic. They're the best. Ash and Evan, the best male and female I know.
What can you tell us about your role in it?
Basically whatever they asked of me, I was willing to do. You know, I helped out with some ideas here and there. And, you know, played my part, whatever they needed. You know, costume like ideas and like scene ideas, stuff like that. And then, you know, I play. Who do I play? Oh, Famine. I play Famine, so like I get to cut my stomach open, which is cool. Gut it out. It's fun. If you come to the show, you get to see it. It'll be cool.
Okay, great. All right, thanks.
Yay.
What would come in your souls? You know this, and I'll tell you, most of your souls and those souls, your mothers, your brothers, your favorite third grade teacher, maybe even your own.
Hello, my name is Ash, and we're back on the scene with my friend Roland.
Hi.
Roland, you're a really interesting person. I'm glad to have gotten to know you. Can you tell me your full name?
Roland Khorshidianzadeh.
That is quite a mouthful. What is the origin of that name?
My last name is Iranian, but some people say that it must have Armenian roots, so I'm not really sure. But my father came from Iran, so there we are.
Interesting. Very cool. So you are a videographer.
That's correct. I'm a freelance and independent videographer and editor, and I've been involved with various films over the past 3 years.
Why videography? What about that caught your attention?
Well, I've always wanted to be involved with some type of production. Ever since I was a little kid, I was imagining making my own TV shows or making my own films. And at the time, when I was growing up, you had to go to California to do films, so I got involved with public access television. And then through that, I ended up recording things like high school sports, and that's how I became a videographer.
Very cool. Interesting. So you said you've been part of several projects. What's your favorite project to date?
My favorite project was actually the first one that I was involved with, called I Am Monroe, and it should be coming out sometime next year. It was a lot of fun. I started off as a script supervisor, and then I started acting.
Very cool. What was your role in that movie?
I play a character named Joe.
Joe.
Yeah, he's a husband. One of the husbands of the character Norma Jean.
Understandable. So just Joe.
That's right. Just your average Joe, which is totally the opposite of me.
So we just met not too long ago through a mutual friend, Leah. What about this project made you want to get on board?
Well, I've always wanted to be involved with some type of a haunted house type of project. I was actually part of a haunted house 2 years ago where I pretended to be a zombie and scared the crap out of people, and I just thought that the chance to be involved with this again would be great, and I liked that I got to act a part, because before I was just a scary zombie and I didn't have any lines, but this time I've got lines.
Excellent. I think that's all I have for questions written down. What are your expectations for this Halloween show?
My expectations are that we have a really fun time doing this, and we get some people involved who are totally shocked. I just want people to not expect anything. All that they can expect is the unexpected.
Very well said. Thank you, Roland.
The butcher is smoking a cigarette because he's tired of fucking hacking people.
This is the second time.
Gotta get that mask.